Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot Takes and Cold Facts, the only channel where wild opinions meet cold, hard reality. I'm Noah.
And I'm Thandi, the only thing standing between Noah and an international incident.
You love it. Anyway, today's headline, Vietnam has officially joined BRICS. That's right, Hanoi just signed up with Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and the rest of the expanding crew. So, is Vietnam giving the USA the cold shoulder?
Is it a breakup? Or just a new side hustle? Let's break it down.
Okay, hot take time. Vietnam joining BRICS is a huge blow for Washington. The US spent years trying to woo Vietnam as a key partner in Asia to counter China to balance the region. Now, Hanoi's like, thanks for the investment, but we're rolling with BRICS too.
I mean, you're not wrong. BRICS has been pitching itself as the anti-Western economic club. More trade in local currencies, less dependence on the dollar, alternative banks to the IMF. By jumping in, Vietnam is saying, we want options, and we want them outside the Western orbit.
Exactly. They're basically telling the world, we don't trust the US to be the only game in town anymore. And they're not alone. BRICS keeps expanding, and it's turning into a serious alternative bloc for the global South.
But here's the cold fact. Vietnam joining BRICS doesn't mean they're kicking the US out of bed. The US is still Vietnam's biggest export market, over $100 billion in goods last year. Hanoi isn't going to throw that away.
Sure, but it does mean the US has less leverage. If Washington threatens tariffs, Vietnam can say, cool, we'll sell to India or Brazil or China instead. If the US complains about human rights, Vietnam shrugs and gets funding from the BRICS Bank.
Fair point. But Vietnam isn't exactly BFFs with China either. Let's not forget, they've fought wars. They have a tense border. Vietnam's entire foreign policy is balancing big powers against each other, so they never get squeezed by China again.
So you're saying it's hedging, not a divorce?
Exactly. Vietnam's playbook is multi-alignment. They want US money and security, Chinese trade, Russian weapons, Indian tech, and BRICS gives them a platform to push for a new economic order without picking sides completely.
All right, real question. Should the US be worried?
They should be paying attention. The global South is tired of being told what to do by Washington. BRICS is basically saying, you have the G7, we have the other 85%. Vietnam's move shows even close US partners want alternatives.
So Trump better send more trade deals and fewer lectures?
Pretty much. Want Vietnam on your team? Don't just talk about containing China. Help Vietnam develop, buy their goods, invest in their infrastructure.
So the new Cold War is a warm trade war?
Exactly. It's not about tanks. It's about chips, ports, and who you sell your sneakers to.
All right, folks, Vietnam is in BRICS. The world is shifting. Will Uncle Trump adapt or just tweet angrily? We'll find out.
Meanwhile, we'll be here to break it down for you. Hot takes and cold facts. Subscribe, leave us a review, and tell us, is Vietnam brilliant, reckless, or both?
Next week, we're asking, is the US dollar still king if everyone else moves to local currencies? Spoiler, Thandi says maybe. I say bring back gold bars.
Good luck with that, pirate boy. See you next time.